industry and research leadership, giving us a 360-degree view on cyber ethics and data privacy in a connected world. I'd like to take a moment to introduce our distinguished panelists. We are truly honored that each of them has taken time out of their very busy schedules to share their insights with us today. Starting with Dr. Faheem Syeed Masoodi. Dr. Masoodi is an associate professor of cybersecurity at Bahrain Polytechnic and a research fellow at INTI International University, Malaysia. He has previously served at the University of Kashmir, University of Jazan, and as a researcher scientist for the NMEICT project under India's Ministry of HRD. He holds a PhD in network security and cryptography from Aligarh Muslim University. His research spans cryptography, intrusion detection, post-quantum cryptography, IoT security, and financial security. A recipient of prestigious fellowships in France, Brazil, and India, he has authored books, scholarly publication, and frequently delivers invited talks worldwide. Hello, Dr. Faheem Syeed Masoodi.
Thank you very much, Amna, for having me. Thank you very much, and very good evening. I guess in India, yeah, very good evening to all of you, all the panelists as well. Thank you for having me.
Thank you, sir. Next, we are delighted to introduce Dr. AKM Bahalul Haque. Dr. Haque is a researcher at Elite University, Finland, focusing on artificial intelligence, blockchain, and cybersecurity. His doctoral work explored explainable AI, user-centric smart systems, privacy, and secure distributed technologies. He has published extensively in leading journals such as Electronic Markets, Technological Forecasting, and Social Change. Next, we are privileged to welcome Mr. Pranay Chandur. Mr. Pranay is an AI and data science leader with 15 years of experience across e-commerce, retail, tech, fintech, and healthcare. At Walmart e-commerce, he drives enterprise-scale AI initiatives, building ML platforms, generative AI systems, and predictive models that have delivered 1 billion plus in revenue impact. His expertise lies in risk analytics, scalable data science strategy, and global AI adoption. Passionate about translating advanced AI research into business value, he continues to influence industry best practices in applied AI and data-driven innovation. Hello, Mr. Pranay Chandur. We're honored to have you here.
Yeah, likewise. And thank you everyone for joining. And I'm super excited for this conversation. And I'm joining from San Francisco, California.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Next, further we have Mr. Vijay Kumar. Mr. Vijay is the founder and CEO of DigiFortex Cybersecurity, a firm dedicated to building advanced solutions in threat intelligence, digital forensics, and enterprise security. With over 18 years of experience in cyber defense and IT infrastructure, he has advised organizations on securing critical systems against evolving cyber threats. His expertise include ethical hacking, penetration testing, cloud security, and cybersecurity training. Mr. Vijay is also an active mentor, conducting workshops and awareness programs to strengthen cyber resilience among business, students, and professionals. Hello, Mr. Vijay Kumar.
Glad to be here. Thank you so much for having me. I'm honored to sit next to all these eminent people. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Moving further, we are delighted to introduce Dr. Sushil Kumar Singh. Dr. Sushil Kumar Singh is a postdoctoral researcher at Lancaster Metropolitan University, UK, and holds a PhD in computer science and engineering from Seoul Tech, South Korea. He currently serves as an associate professor at Marvadi University, Rajkot, Gujarat, an active IEEE member and associate editor of Human-Centric Intelligent Systems. Dr. Singh's research focuses on blockchain, IoT, and smart city security. With strong expertise in programming, databases, and emerging technologies, he has also contributed as a guest lecturer, researcher, and mentor. Hello, Dr. Singh.
Hi, everybody. Thank you to inviting me for this panel discussion. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. This will be an interactive and thought-provoking session. We will encourage our panelists to build on each other's perspectives. We'll bring in your questions too. To kick off things, I'd like to ask all our panelists. Just a second. Yeah. To start our discussion, I'd like to ask all of you, in today's connected world, what do you see as the single biggest challenge to maintain cyber ethics and data privacy? This question is open to all the panelists.
Sorry, can you come again?
In today's connected world, what do you see as the single biggest challenge to maintaining cyber ethics and data privacy?
If I may, can I?
Yeah, please.
Please feel free to chip in as well. Cyber ethics and privacy, I can at least find one important point that I would like to highlight. It's very pertinent, is in terms of privacy, is the awareness. Awareness to what data privacy is, what data security entails. All of us are like active mobile phone users, I guess. Majority of our youth have access to the internet, but understanding the intricacies of the internet, understanding the importance of ethics associated with the usage, and since it is an unregulated domain, the laws are there, but they may not be so effective as it should have been, technically speaking. But the kind of an openness in the domain is what's to me a major concern in terms of the privacy as well as ethics of it, the use of it.
Thank you, sir. If anyone wants to add in the same context, please.
Yes, I can add something. When we talk about connected world, so connected world means, every type of countries are connected to each other, and all persons sharing the data from mobile or IoT sensors, and all data transferred to the cloud. But between this, some other person can easily hack. So we can use some techniques, some method to provide some security terms. Okay, so it's very, very essential to know. Okay, and when we talk about privacy, so it's also very important concern. We should provide the privacy to the data also, and as well as users also. It's an essential point now.
Thank you, sir. If anyone else wants to add.
So what I am seeing, and some of the things we need to, as a community, and also leaders in respect to organizations, in terms of the responsibility, the way I think about it is, every organization, whether it's an entity, organization, whether it's a country, I think with all the advancements that we are seeing in the space of Gen AI, it's really important, even more important right now, to set right policies in place in terms of how we need to govern uh, uh, the data generation, and classify in the right way if it's highly sensitive, between highly sensitive, sensitive, and non-sensitive, and then at the same time, adhering to the policies of each country, or organization that it entails, so that way uh, uh, it it's I mean you're entering the responsibility instead of leaving it to the end user. But I think for that to even happen, a right policy at a organization level and the country level is pivotal now, and I see there is a lot of gap today. So that's one of the major area, that we can focus going forward. Whether it could be a text data or image or multimodality, so any kind of data that we were talking about. So that's one of the reasons. That's one of the uh, ways I could think of, especially talking about privacy as an organization or as a leader in a specific entity.
Pranay, if I may, yeah, very well formulated. What needs to be done at the top, right? But see, having being in the field for last, let's say, a decade now, and having interacted with like a colossal number of, the issue is there at the end user line, right? So where do you see that part of it, like the awareness among the masses? I mean, everybody has got this open access to the network, right? So yeah, even if we talk about doing it at the very top level, enforcing regulations and all of that, how do you see it at the bottom level? I mean, bottom of the pyramid.
Honest with you, with the way we're advancing in the technology and how people are also adopting to it, I mean, how we are scaling in terms of the adoption on a year basis, considering all of that, I think there is a lot of indication that needs to be given on the digital usage, and need to bring a lot of awareness to the end user. And being honest with you, it's really tough as well. Like there are multiple avenues, multiple applications on the web that users will have access to, and it's definitely a challenging environment, especially when you're talking about educating to the end user. And some of the companies are putting in efforts, and I would still say there's a lot of room and opportunity, but consistently, from our side, which with the things that we have in control, providing right forums, creating, playbooks, educating them in different avenues consistently is one of the things that I could think of, and which a lot of companies are doing. But still there is a room, and still there is a room for the users to follow the guidelines, and make sure they are well aware of the data that they are contributing to, might not have the privacy that they might have overlooked it. So I completely understand this, Dr. Faheem.
Very well agreed. Why I try to highlight that point is that we do have protocols in place, we do have security services in place, we do have regulations in place. But where do I see more often than not these vulnerabilities or exploitations is in terms of the users that are out there. I'll give a very small anecdote, and then others feel free to chip in. A few years back, I saw a social media post wherein somebody had posted that if you punch in your Facebook password in the comment box, it will automatically turn into asterisks, the stars. And the post had some 1,500 odd comments, people actually punching in their passwords. So if my user base is entailing something, of that, then putting in good protocols, putting in good regulations and strong laws, does it work like that? So that's what I want to highlight. Please feel free to chip in, please. Thank you.
100% agree. Fair enough. But that's quite interesting, having a post like that at the same time, having like these many people, engaging with it at the same time, sharing these passwords is definitely provoking and eye-opening. So yeah, I understand what you're saying.
Thank you all for those perspectives. They set a great foundation. Now, let's dive deeper into specific areas. I would like to start with Dr. Sushil Kumar Singh. So the question I would like to ask, where's the line between AI help and misuse in learning?
It's a very important question now time. because AI use. Okay, now time lot of tools are available in the market, and these tools we can use for good purpose also, and bad purpose also. Now example, now time, nano banana is very important tools now in the market. You can check it, and we can give our picture, and we can create our picture with Narendra Modi and Trump and everything. You can check. And second example, I can check Chat GPT also. So in the Chat GPT, if we want to use actual purpose, we can learn more with the help of Chat GPT. But if in the point of view students, so student can use bad purpose now time, because if student can use bad purpose, like some questions answer something, so basic knowledge is zero. Like example, some student using Chat GPT for coding purpose. So coding purpose means basic zero, don't know what is the concept of include, what is the concept of static, what is the concept of public, didn't understand, but just use it. So for this reason, now we can give the some important guidelines to the student guide and our colleagues also. So AI tools is best also to us and bad also to us. Okay, it's good. Yeah, thank you.
And
Thank you, sir. If anyone wants to add, yeah.
I think I agree with Dr. Singh. You made a very good point about how students are using the tools. But yes, we are in a right now. I think the technology is evolving so fast, and
Yeah.
like organizations, universities, setting up the right guidelines, policies on the usage. Um, yeah, since it's evolving so fast, even to come up with it, it's becoming really difficult with the way they're advancing. But I am still optimistic about these tools, even though we have some of the ways where students might misuse them. But some of the features like education and learn and setting the right guardrails and policies on the usage can definitely help them help being like a personal mentor, one-on-one mentor, to teach them the right concepts in the right way. And I completely understand what you're saying, but I still believe this would be a very good opportunity to be more customized and being more specific to the users the way they want to consume the content, and it might help them if they use the right way. It might really help them to
he will not give his social security number in the chat GPT, but maybe some other people who are from social science, or maybe let's say who doesn't know anything, the first year student, he's giving that, okay, now today I'm feeling very sad, I'm 19 years old, I'm studying at this university, I was born this years ago. So already he has given a lot of information to the tools and everything. So I think with the advancement of the technology and the pace it's going, the responsibility lies more. AI Act have been there, and they are trying to implement the explainability thing. However, in my research, what I have seen that is AI truly explainable? Can I explain a CNN model to a lay user? So if I cannot do that, then actually, how can I explain it to the lay users, to AI, to the lay users? Even I don't understand if someone else is writing his code, and my code will not be understandable by someone else. He has to go through again and again. So suddenly I receive a recommendation from Amazon, and as a user, how Amazon is going to make me understand that, okay, I gave this product to you because this model has 98% accuracy. It browsed your historical data, blah, blah, blah. So this is, I think, a very tough crossroad that we are in, this ethics, privacy, responsibility, technology. It nowadays, if we want, the whole thing lies on the user center, I would say. And we have to be careful while using it. Earlier, there was not many end users of AI, but now the end users are increasing. Everyone is the end user of AI these days. So the responsibility lies more on the user end. And there is a saying that if I'm something using for free, then I'm the product. So what Facebook is using with my data, I don't know, but I have to use it responsibly. That's what I think.
Thank you, sir, for your perspective. If anyone wants to add,
One thing, Dr. Haque, I'm very interested in what you were talking about. This is just this one point I wanted to make is that about this kind of information that these ChatGPT users actually share. I mean, is there some sort of a survey that has been conducted on the kind of prompts that go there, or is there some sort of a repository where you can get these prompts or something information being shared? I'm sure that obviously the prompts will not be there. But is there like some experimental setup that has been created to analyze what sort of information they are actually giving away?
Well, to be honest, that would be like our team. We are trying to conduct a research on it. Actually, we have started, I think, 1 month. So we try to search for prompts, but actually there is no standard prompts and there is no prompt repository. So we're planning to design some scenarios, like in which scenarios actually users can reveal their personal information. Because I think there was a news, I think yesterday or something, I saw that a person interaction with ChatGPT has motivated him to do suicide or something. He was doing it. So how far the conversation went and what were the exact scenarios? So the only way to collect those things is to design scenarios and to distribute it among different level of users and different types of users. But I have been trying to search the same. I could not find any actually.
Yeah, I mean, for an experimental purposes, has such a scenario been designed? One, and second, as you said, that somebody went on to commit suicide. There was this one case who actually was getting his treatment from the ChatGPT, and he died, unfortunately.
Yeah. And also there was a saying, like, if you search with that I have a chest pain for 3 days on my left or on left side, so at some point you will end up that you are having heart disease. Google will tell you that. So
I mean, give 3 common symptoms to Google, you obviously end up having a cancer or something.
Exactly. Yeah. So this is those are interesting areas too, and I have been for past few years I have been trying to explore this AI mostly on the user side. And when I talk to people, I found, I would say, very interesting things because technical things with equations, with models, you can do those things. But whenever user is thinking from there, and they have very different perspective, and their awareness level varies greatly. Yeah.
I mean, somebody giving you a call and takes him 2 to 3 minutes to convince you to share your OTP. I mean, that kind of sums it up.
Yeah.
Scamming has gone up even more in the recent months and the recent years. So it's definitely alarm, I would say. I would echo what you Dr. Bahalul said, and also Dr. Faheem.
One thing that I guess we are probably missing is that understanding the end user. I mean, we have like a class of users who are like in their late 60s, post retirement, having like first of its kind exposure to mobile phones and the internet, and seeing a world out there which they have not experienced in the last 6 years of their life. Right, and then we have these algorithms recommending different sort of media to them, and how they actually. I mean, to quote a very simple example, a senior member, let me say from kind of family, called me the other day and was talking about this opportunity of winning some money, because his like obviously phone number and stuff has been shortlisted and like that. And I just quickly tried to demotivate him by saying, okay, it's a scam, do not fall into it. Okay, and then only I realized that he was like kind of sort of angry because I did not let him take this opportunity to win a lot of money. So yeah, this is one. And then we have these teams, we have these kids like we have a lot of cases of cyber grooming as well, when these kids get involved with these pedophiles, right? Then we have 10 to 20% of base which is educated class. So that's why my major concern, as Dr. Haque was trying to point out, was the kind of the end user base that's there on that. I mean, although we may put the regulations, we may have very stringent laws there, but even then, I have this like I feel this is like the major exploitation point in these cases.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes, I just want to resonate with Dr. Faheem. I was saying that about the strict regulations, and I think Mr. Pranay, yeah, I'm not sure about the situation with the companies, because when I was studying about the GDPR things, the companies were not also adhering to the rules and regulations. And then I was thinking that, okay, because I think Facebook received some like a very hefty amount of fine, maybe 2021 or 2020, maybe they received a hefty amount of fine because they didn't adhere to the regulations of GDPR. So like Facebook or Meta, I mean, they are doing these things. They are like, they have a very, very good, I would say, caliber engineers over there and designers, everyone. And still they're not being able, or they don't want to know that. They don't want to adhere to the regulations. And so obviously there is something important over there that they are not trying to regulate. So, and we, the lay users, we cannot even fathom about it, and that what will happen. So yeah, it's not just enough to do the, I would say, in terms of regulations, I would say, to audit in end user level, it's very tough.
Yeah, I completely echo what you said. It's not with the data privacy. At the same time, just imagine, just if you see in the news, or some of the companies where even with stringent policies and procedures in place from the governance standpoint, we still see a lot of companies where data has been compromised or been hacked. It's it's really affecting personally, and I mean personally from a financial standpoint, or a personal information being sensitive. I mean, any sensitive information about you as a person, like a combination of financial information at the same time with the personal information. Yeah, I personally be impacted on some of the scenarios where I have to even work with attorney, and also public service groups for me to revert some of those things. My only, I mean, we're talking about all the issues that we have, but coming back to what we have in our control, we as an individuals being responsible at the same time, individuals where we are in respective and respected positions in our organizations. Couple of things I want to call out. One, I think we should keep doing what we're doing, especially educating, whether it could be our family or our students or our society, and second, being being even more intentional, even in our organizations, about enforcing the policies and coming up with more stringent playbooks in place. I think I overlooked a few instances back in my day when I was early on in my career, especially when we're talking about ethics and compliance, governance. But now I'm very particular about it when we build any products in our organizations, or even when I mentor students at UC Berkeley. But these are things that we have in our control, and we just have to keep what we're doing to make sure we have the right policies and at least we can bring right awareness to the community.
Thank you all for the points you have put in. Mr. Vijay, let me ask you, what ethical blind spots do companies often miss?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, please.
I was listening to my investing friends, so I agree with all of them. There are many things in data privacy, right? The way we collect data. Okay, we don't adhere to the principles, the 9 principles of data privacy, right from consent management to data collection to storage, purging of data, the entire GDPR, or so that's one thing. But before that, the data privacy is not very new. It came in 1945, Second World War in Europe, right? So it's more than like just too many years, 70 years. Data privacy is actually in place, right? That's the genesis of GDPR. It was enforced only in 2018, right? It enforced 2018. If you see, even take USA for example, laws are there. 50% of the US don't have a enforced data privacy even today, right? If you take, other than there are only in the world as per GDPR that can share data without any kind of, any other contract in place. Freely you can, send data. And I must say, India, US, and all these countries are not in that list. Some countries in Africa, from Europe to these 13 countries only data could be shared because they are adhere by the adequacy law of GDPR. So there are many gaps fundamentally. One is, Act is there. We talk about regulations, but is it enforced? I don't think so. It's not there. It's not even the US, right? You go to a shop, one of the US shop, and the first thing they'll ask, okay, I'll give you a $10 discount. Share your phone number, right? Very common, and we're happy to give that. Go to any Indian store, right? The first thing is, okay, there's a 2 rupees, you bought a chocolate by 5 rupees. Give me a phone number as the first thing to give you whatever bill or whatever you call it. So collecting data for the heck of it, it's like blatant abuse of data privacy, and people don't understand. And you can't do anything because that's a basic thing. You'll have to do that. If you question, then you freebie, which US all the retailers in US does it. They'll collect some kind of data, maybe your phone number or whatever. To collect the data, they'll show you a freebie that I'll give you some discount over that. Let me give you a scenario of if you walk in any mall, right? I'll take India primarily as an example. Walk in a busy street in Bangalore where I come from, and if my location is turned on, and if the traffic is choked, I get alerts on the phone saying 20% off, 30%, and that's a reality. That's a reality. Which means just because I have put my location on my phone, and if I'm stuck on a busy road, I don't know how. Any city in India, I can just take any Hyderabad, Bangalore. You get a pop in 20% Domino's pizza, 30% this pizza, that pizza. Or if you walk in any of the malls, this they understand who is coming, who is going. So which means they are able to uniquely identify, and that's the what all laws of the world say that one cannot identify, right? So they're able to identify, they give you. Let me give you another example. If you use any of the travel portal, anyone in the world, I'll take Make My Trip because I'm very comfortable, or any other whatever trip, use any travel portal. If you want to book a flight from destination A to place B, they get to know, forget me, say any 18-year-old, any new person, any one of our children who turns 18, he or she books a ticket. They will happily book a ticket from Delhi to Dubai, for example. So first name, second name, gender, age, everything goes, address, Aadhaar, if they whatever they want to disclose, it goes to the airline, any airline you take, for example, right? Say Emirates. Now they are part of a consortium of 70, 80 airlines, right? Some because they work in, they have a consortium. They work in whatever you call it, which means your data is not this is not with the travel portal or Emirates. It's part of the 70, 80 airlines that Emirates works with. The data is also with all this, Uber, Ola, who are connected, those taxi cab aggregators. Your data is also with the hotel chains, right? Where are you staying, Dubai, all of that. I'm sure you would have seen before landing in Dubai or by booking, this offer, that offer, you get to know immediately. So data has gone there, and it goes to which means the data of a new person who has just an 18. I'm just talking for the as an example. It could be even younger person. Data is not only his or hers. The data is now a global data being shared across the globe. In matter of 3 to 5 days, the data is not with Make My Trip. The data is across the world. And why? Because when we logged in, we didn't read that 300 lines, and I said I agree. We said I agree because consent management, and the data quickly flows. And these people, what they do, they use cookies to collect your behavior. Cookies is a very new phenomenon. In the last year and a half or two, you see that. Earlier, there was no cookie only. So data was happily being collected, happily being used, abused, and used. If you walk in any visitor reception, be it any big company or any small company, the data is being collected. Who's the visitor? Who has sent the resume, for example? The lakhs and lakhs of resume comes to any big company or any smaller company also. 200-300 resumes is common every week. We get all kinds of data. Now, how do we use that? These are all blind spots. Right? We happily take it. We don't purge it. We just give it. We throw it. We keep it, and we don't even give respect to the that is true. Not all 300 gets hired. Maybe 5 gets hired or 30 gets hired. The remaining 270 resumes, are just lying for data to be misused and all of that. If you take the visitors or employees who leave an organization, do organization really purge the data? I doubt it. That's why every big company, you name it, telcos to some name was said earlier, everybody has been fined and they are being fined. If you just search, you get plenty of such names. So it's not blind spot. People are used to use, abuse. They collect it for purpose A, they use it for purpose B, C, D. If I apply for a mobile SIM connection, I have to share my Aadhaar on SMS in India very commonly. They'll ask, sir, send me a Aadhaar number or Aadhaar detail, which is like SSN. I happily share it because that's the way things work. And it goes to that guy. I don't know what that guy does. He could use it for 10 other purposes, including any other act of antisocial kind of a thing, and gets away. So data it's not really blind spots. These are the things going on. Regulations are there, but enforcement is taking just too much of time. Today you can do anything. Nobody will put a fine on you. There's no, we call about PDP is there, but are penalties in place? Not at all. Can I bypass penalty in the US? Yes, you can. Why? Because 50% of the state don't have an enforced data privacy law. Well, some countries like UK, Canada, and GDPR, European countries may have, but this is a very, I would say, complex, and it's going to take some time before we really solve this, because we are so used to sharing data, because without sharing data, things don't get work. Whether you are in US, whether you are anywhere else, you have to share your data. You go to a hotel reception and to book any hotel in Dubai, for example, you have to give your details, you have to give your passport. They take a scan of it, it stays there, or any hotel anywhere. What do they do? How do they handle it? Whatever chain it is, whatever they may claim on their website, right? The good part is they've started following GDPR, putting the privacy, consent management, all that, cookie, all that. But they really care about it? And is it really being done? For the heck of bypassing the law, they are able to put the checklist in place that I have done this, we have done it. As we as experts in data privacy, we know this is there that just they can get away with the law by doing all this, but internally it doesn't happen. So I'll stop here, for my esteemed people to, friends to take it further.
Thank you, sir, for your insights. Would anyone like to add on the same context?
I guess, yeah, Dr. Please.
Okay, sorry. So yes, interesting. What I think I would mostly agree with this thing, and when specifically it reminds me of one of the, I think, book. There is a book called 1984. I think we have heard it. So it was about the something like police state. So people are always being watched, and their data is always being collected. So wherever they're going, there is security cameras. Whatever they're doing, their actions are being recorded. So as Mr. Vijay was saying, that this all of the information that actually I think it influencing what and how we behave. As we were saying, that whenever we're stuck in a traffic stop and there is a shopping mall nearby, and then we have suddenly a notification that 20% sale going on. So of course, if there are 100 people or 200 people, 300 people stuck over there, somebody, or at least at some point, someone will go there. So our data is being used, I think, to create some of those mental models that which can control our behavior and our actions, that what actions do we perform in a certain situation. So our allocation data here has been used, or maybe we used to frequently go there. So collecting data is, we knew that they would collect data, but now these are being more visible to us, that how those data are being used. Like it is our, I would say, social influence, that maybe we go somewhere and we share our photos online, or we went to a shopping mall, then I do something. We were chatting with some of my friends about a mobile phone, and suddenly it appears that the charger is available, this thing is available in Facebook. So I would say, yes, actually, companies, they can get away with data, or how they're using those data. Are they exchanging something? Because reading the Facebook policy of their data privacy is really concerning, that they will share the data with everyone, with their I think with their consortium, with everyone. And hotels are sharing our data with their own group of companies. Airlines is sharing data with their Star Alliance members. So it is everywhere. And somehow it is influencing us. We get regular emails that, I remember I rented one car when I was traveling to Italy, and then I received multiple emails that 10% off on this car, 10% off on this car. And ultimately I booked, because I was going to the I was like, okay, this 10% off is going on this summer, so I should go there and I should do this. Ultimately, I did that. So data is actually influencing our actions in, I would say, social context or organizational context everywhere, I would say. Yeah, and that were really interesting insights. Yeah, that's all. Up to you, Dr. Faheem.
Yeah, thank you. So yeah, just to add what Dr. Kumar and Dr. Haque were trying to highlight, I was just going through this one story, I guess last week probably, about this one murder investigation that was going on in US, and they were not able to actually crack the case, and then they suddenly realized that they had this one Amazon Alexa unit was there. So they were just kind of surprised to see, or rather wanted to know whether there was some sort of a conversation that took place during this murder, and if this particular device can actually help us out. So they sought help from Amazon, which obviously, as expected, they outrightly rejected that they do not store any such information. But later on, it was realized that they tried to dig into their patent. And it was mentioned in the patent that they do store some information for a period of 45 days. And using that particular patent, a subpoena was basically issued for the Amazon. And it so happened that actually they had that conversation recorded in the device. And they were actually able to crack the case as well. But having said that, I mean, what Dr. Kumar was trying to highlight in terms of consensual or non-consensual data sharing, I mean, there's a device sitting by my bedside, recording every single word that has been uttered. I mean, we're in a world, as Dr. Haque said, that you try to search a certain string. I mean, like, you're overwhelmed with so much of information and so many these information that actually influence, like in his case, influence him to take a call. And then we talk about regulating such information. And I mean, there was something, some similar cases with Meta, Facebook then. I mean, we all know eventually what happened in that case also. So yeah, data privacy is something which is extremely sensitive. But again, I'll come to that point that as an end user, do we really understand the importance of data privacy? And do we have a choice, as a matter of fact? I mean, I need to book a flight, and if I'm not ready to provide this information, I cannot book a flight, or I cannot book a hotel room, or for that matter, I cannot even get a SIM card, as he highlighted. So do we actually have an option under these circumstances, under the kind of world that we are living?
As per the law, we have the solution. The law says that if the law clearly says, whatever law it is, if a consumer is a king, if you don't want to provide, you can get away with that, because when you visit a website, even when they collect a cookie, information personal, they say, do you agree with few cookies? So as per the law, you are not supposed to disclose more than you should. But unfortunately, barring Europe, I think on some countries where it is a little stringent, people do data. If you browse today, go to any site, you are being watched for sure. You book a ticket, on the right, you'll see 20 other pop-ups coming. If you even talk in your house that you want a holiday for New Year, for example, you just talk at home. Okay, your phone should be around 1 meter. That's all. The phone, you will see messages coming about some off for that weekend, long weekend, or whatever it is. So people are going, you will get that. If you want to buy a diaper for your children, you'll get 10 pop-ups saying where the best deal in a diaper, for example. So we are in a world which is very different than it used to be. But that is not allowed in Europe again, right? If such things happens, which means you are about profiling your people using AI, and those things are strictly, a no for you cannot profile your consumers from across the world, sitting, say, in any part of the world. I cannot profile anybody in Europe. That's unlawful. I cannot run an AI. It's unlawful. people have been fined. But people do that because I don't know why they do that, but they get in the radar.
Yeah, I'd also say, in my opinion, this has been one of, I mean, if we look at China or Korea or something else, where they have almost no laws, or even USA, sometimes we think that Europe maybe they're lagging behind due to all of these laws. You cannot use anything. How you will do the R&D? So I think it has both of this good, I mean, good and bad sides. Like you cannot develop, you cannot investigate, you cannot run experiments, you cannot, because now China, they have this meter for what measuring the whether your focus childs are focused or not in school and everything. But in Europe, no, that's you cannot use it on children. Of course not. You cannot do any kind of experiments. So is it like hindering that? I mean, research and development also in Europe compared to other countries. So that's also a question, I would say. Yeah.
Thank you for those perspectives. I request Mr. Pranay Chandur to share his thoughts on should companies disclose more about user data? You're not audible.
You're not audible, Pranay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you mind repeating the question?
Yes. Should companies disclose more about user data?
Should companies disclose more user data?
Yes, more about user data, yes.
Should companies disclose more about user data? I mean, the way I understand the question is all information that companies procure about their personal details or any of the details that they share with the organizations. Do we need to disclose it with the third-party companies, or like do we need to disclose that to different customers? But that my understanding of the question is to the third-party companies or partners. So if I take that as a question, I think we covered some of those things. Vijay also covered a few things in that area. I know there are so for any organization to function, taking the same example of airline, where they partner with 50 to 60 other airline companies for them to improve the overall network and the destinations. It is inevitable to avoid sharing the personal information, and sometimes it is it's within the law or policy that you need to share. If you do not share the personal information between airlines, there is no way they can validate in that particular airport. So if you're talking about sharing disclosing the data between the partners, it is for survival. So there is no way we can avoid that. But like how big organizations do vetting with stringent policies out there on what mechanisms and what controls do we have in place within our partners, and are they adhering to the policies that we have in place. So having a checklist and controlling the data movement as much as can is one of the ways where you can prevent any pitfalls or compromising the data. Of course, even with all of these in place, we have been seeing a lot of compromises. Every now and then, you get emails from credit companies or credit tracking bureaus that your data has been exposed or your data has been leaked and all of that things. So that is it has become a new norm, unfortunately. I also see the ray of hope where we have some features to monitor your credit scores or to monitor your personal information. So I think as we evolve, as we see more, more use cases where people are misusing the personal information, especially from a privacy standpoint, you'll have good actors as well coming into the place, like what Vijay Kumar and his team might be doing today, where they will be focused on providing solutions to avoid those pitfalls or any compromises, and how we as leaders in our respective domains, whether it could be in the research space or a leader in some of the big organizations out there. So as long as we are more intentional and about our decisions and how we make sure we have the right guidelines and policies in place, we will be able to minimize the exposure, at the same time any kind of leaks. But today, for a business to survive, I think that is pivotal and essential. There is no way we can avoid disclosing data between partners or third-party companies where they work with, to make for a seamless business opportunity.
Thank you, sir, for your insight. I would like to ask Dr. Faheem, which one ethical principle should define global security? You're on mute, Dr. Faheem. You're on mute.
Yeah, sorry. Can you come again?
Which one ethical principle should define global security?
Okay, is it about ethical principles, right? That's what you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, okay, very good. Yeah, thank you. It's little kind of, yeah, so all these trees and the computational power we have around us and the tools, the privacies that we were discussing, the security features of it, how much of the data to be shared and how much data to share. So let's kind of face it, okay? We are talking about this world with this IoT connected world. If you're safer than your personal data, I believe that when this is where we will say that we got our priorities clearly wrong. How many times have we experienced scenarios wherein there are scams related to financial transactions and users end up saying, I do not trust the online payments out there. I tried to stay from the APIs, credit card transactions, because you cannot trust these things. Something happens to someone and we are like, how many times have I already advised you stay away from social media? So what I'm trying to highlight is different trust that we place in these systems that we have. So it's a principle that needs to be there. In my opinion, it will be more about the human-centric responsibility, as I mentioned right from the beginning. I believe that technology is the one that should be serving humanity. Other way around. Every local should actually prioritize the protection of human dignity, human privacy, human freedom. Trying to cater to the politics or these shiny gadgets we have. I mean, this essentially ensures that whatever we are building, be it the AI-driven firewalls that we have, be it the intrusion that we are creating, the IoT ecosystem or the post-quantum networks, the ultimate metric of success should not be the latency only, but the trust that's there between the humans and the technology, humans and the machines, the divide we are making work. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm somebody who's cryptography and encryption things. confidential of the system. But at the end of the day, I mean, no amount of encryption or no amount of intrusion detection system these matter if people lose system, if people lose the faith in that system that are supposed to, or a system that's supposed to protect. So yeah, for me, it's more centered responsibility rather than the advancements into the technology. That's how I see it.
Thank you, sir, for your perspective. If anyone wants to add on, they can just add on the same context. Okay, thank you. So here ends our discussion. So as we had some deep insights so far, but now it's time to shift gears to end an engaging note. Let's do a quick rapid fire round. I'll ask short questions, and I'd love to hear your spontaneous one-line answers. Let's keep it fast, fun, and thought-provoking. So these questions are open for all the panelists. So the first question is privacy or convenience? What wins in real world? Mr. Faheem, you're on mute. Dr. Faheem.
Privacy. To me, it's privacy.
Yes, privacy.
Mr. Pranay, if you want to add, you can.
Pranay, I guess you are not audible. No, still not.
Mr. Bahalul, we'd love to hear your perspective.
Yeah, I think privacy, it wins in research, but however, for practitioners, it's the convenience, and for the company's convenience. Users find convenience and they give away everything that they have.
Okay, moving to the next question. Stronger laws or stronger awareness, which is more urgent?
I will go with stronger laws any day of the time. Stronger laws. See, stronger credentials and principles and these passwords, whatever you make use of, they are like more about a certain set of users, right? It's the laws, I guess, that we need to strengthen. We need stringent laws to regulate a domain which is completely like unregulated. For me, it's laws.
Thank you.
As well.
Depends on me,
so next... Yeah, yes, please.
Depends on me. Awareness is first. After that, a strong password or strong laws. Yeah. First is awareness.
Thank you, sir. So the next question is one word to describe today's cyber world.
I will say chaos.
Okay.
I said chaotic.
Yes. Sorry, Dr. Kumar, what was it?
I said yes, chaotic. The world is totally chaotic.
That's very chaotic.
Okay. So the next question is if data is the new oil, what's the biggest spill risk?
Privacy, I would say.
Nothing goes beyond privacy.
Yeah.
Nothing about
Okay. So the next question is dark web in one phrase.
Sorry?
Dark web in one phrase.
Dark web. A reality, I guess.
hidden dangerous with hidden opportunities.
It's not some random guy in the black background wearing a t-shirt. It's everywhere. It's
reality.
It's everywhere.
Hidden dangerous with hidden opportunities.
What was that, Dr. Kumar?
So the next question is
The parallel economy run by the standard and security. all the big people in the world.
Yeah.
Okay, so the next question is one ethical dilemma you face most often.
Yeah. I mean, as somebody who works on the protocol design, the dilemma has to be between security and privacy.
Balancing openness in the research
Okay.
with the data
So
community.